Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV and the Remarkable Leadership Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future episodes. Today, we're talking about organizational culture. Specifically, we're talking about the 3 cultures you must consider. Are you ready? Let's get started. Well, culture has been a topic, organizational culture has been a topic for a number of years, but right now, as I'm recording this, the beginning of 2022, culture's never been a more popular topic. Everyone, as they're trying to figure out what the future of their workplace is looking like, they're thinking about, wondering about, concerned about their culture, and many leaders are figuring out or trying to figure out how they can get the culture they used to have back. Let me just say, trying to get the culture you used to have back today is not possible because the world has changed since we were all together a couple of years ago. And so while we might have had a lot of things about the culture we had that we liked, probably wasn't perfect, number one. And number two, and more importantly, why would we want to let go of all that we've all learned collectively over the last couple of years while we've been trying to figure out where and when to work? So we may want to get back a past culture. It's really not possible because we keep moving forward. We keep living through life, and the past can never be recaptured perfectly again. So all of that sort of high-level thinking leads us to my point today about organizational culture and the 3 cultures you must consider. First of all, culture is always changing. Well, you could surmise that from what I've already said, but you know that to be true. As we continue to be together as groups, wherever we're working, as we continue to be together as families, any group of people that gathers has a culture, and it's always changing. There may be things about it that are very similar or not all that much changing, but it's never static. It's always changing. So we should think about 3 cultures. First, we should learn from our past culture. You may look back and say, man, I really liked the way things were going then. And there's a lot we can learn from our past culture, and we should. Take time to say, what did we love about it? What parts of it do we want to recapture? Rather than saying, I want that all back. Because chances are you don't want it all back. What can we learn from about what worked as well as what didn't? And then secondly, consider your current culture, the one that you're in right now. As the world has continued to change, what have you got now that's working? What have you learned that you don't want to lose? And even if you are going to bring everybody back to an office at some point, do you really want to lose the lessons, the skills, the processes that have worked over the past 2 years? So you want to consider your current culture. And then, and only then, should we think about creating an aspirational culture. And this is the one we really want in the future. Not a wishful thinking backwards, but looking forward and saying, what is it that will make this a great place to work? What is this that will get us great results? What is the culture that will create a place that people will be attracted to work? Whatever it is that you want to define collectively as your aspirational culture, define it, describe it, write it down. Then use the past and the present to create the future. See, you've thought about the past, you've thought about the present to create the aspirational culture. Now use that insight. You're not starting from a blank sheet of paper. You're moving forward from where you are, strengths and weaknesses, into the culture that you want, right? If you'll do that, you'll have a great chance of creating a culture that will serve you as a team, as an organization, and as an individual. But you can only do that when you consider all 3 cultures. Let me close with today's tweet. To create the culture you want, you must consider the culture of your past and present as the starting point. Each week right here in this studio, I create another Remarkable TV episode. And you may be hearing this on the Remarkable Leadership Podcast, which is awesome. But if you'd rather watch me, or you'd rather see these sooner, you can subscribe. You can subscribe here, or you can subscribe on YouTube. Either way, to get every episode when they come out. I hope you'll do that, because I will be back again next week with another episode of Remarkable TV and the Remarkable